Hello guys, F.A.D. here and welcome to another album review. Man, it's been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? Goddamn, I was planning on doing one of these sooner, but yeah, I mean, it just didn't really happen, but it's finally here. And well, I thought since the last album I reviewed was a Metallica album, I thought it would be a good idea to, continue down that route. So, since last time I reviewed Saint Anger, which is probably the most hated Metallica album, why not review their second most hated album, Load? Now, okay, that might not be completely true. I mean, whenever I look online, people tend to still put this one above Reload. They seem to hate that one even more. And don't worry, I will get to that album as well, but I guess that that you could call this the third most hated album, because like I said, people tend to put this above Reload as well, but doesn't matter. What's important is that many Metallica fans are really not that fond of this one, especially the elitists. Oh my god, I mean, those people already were not happy with how the Black Album sounded. Let's go back to the mid-90s when Metallica was still on the top of the world. I mean, they had released their self-titled Black Album a couple of years prior, and it was such a success. I mean, it eventually was certified diamond. I mean, sure, they brought themselves into the mainstream with the record, but at the time it was already 1996, it has been 5 years since the Black Album, and everyone was wondering when Metallica would release some new music. Well, in 1996, we got Load, and it wasn't exactly what everyone was expecting. The band completely changed. I mean, not even just musically. I mean, they cut their hair short, which was just, at the time, it was pretty crazy. I mean, it caused a lot of uproar among the fan base. I mean, even Kirk Hammett cut his hair short. Yeah, it did not really fit him. Let's be glad that he did not keep that look for long. But yeah, they completely changed their look. And then in addition to that, the music was just completely different. It wasn't like anything the band had previously done. I mean, like I said, the Black Album already had a bit more of a mainstream feel to it, but this, oh man, this is a completely different story. And that right there is exactly why people tend to hate on this record and Reload, but this video is about Load, so let's stick to that for now. It's just a different album. It's different. It's unlike anything which Metallica has done previously, and they haven't really done anything quite like it since either. Of course, after the two Load albums, they released Saint Anger, which was again just a completely different story. Okay, I have a review on that, so go watch that, whatever. But yeah, Load. I mean, it was between the Black Album and this one that alternative music really hit the scene, and you can clearly see that the band took some inspiration from that and incorporated it into their sound. But even though it's different and a lot of people hate the band for it, I really do like this album. Just like with Saint Anger, I am the one who always defends it. Like, I really do like this album. Surely it's not a masterpiece, okay? I'm not gonna be saying that, but come on, be reasonable. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. I can understand that back in the 90s, if you're just this young fan of the band and you were waiting for new music from Metallica for like 5 years, and then finally you buy Load, that it's gonna be quite a shock that, on the back of the CD you see the band with short hair and like these Cuban outfits, and then, you actually turn on the music and the first song you hear is Ain't My Bitch. I mean, okay, I can understand that can be quite a shock, especially after, like, listening to all their previous stuff, like, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Injustice for All, and hell, even the Black Album, that was a lot different, Enter Sandman, Sad But True, but no, here you got Ain't My Bitch! Goddamn, I'm sorry, that's the first song on the album, Ain't My Bitch. I mean, but once you move past that shock, once you realize that this is a different record, it has a different sound, then it's actually a pretty damn good album. I mean, the song itself, Ain't My Bitch, which starts out the record, even though it has a rather hilarious title, it's actually a pretty good song. I mean, it has very good rhythm. I really like the guitar on it, and it's very catchy. I mean, what else can you hate? I mean, not like the lyrics mean too much, but I mean, they're just your tough guy lyrics, and you have quite a lot of that on this record. I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, come on, Metallica. Of course, had some deep songs back in the day. I mean, you look at things like One and Disposable Hero, stuff like that. But come on, what they wanted to do on this album, they just wanted to make a nice rocking record, and I think they did achieve that. I mean, there are some great songs on here. After Ain't My Bitch, you got 2x4, which again it's filled with these tough guy lyrics, but it's catchy. Guitar work is nice. I mean, across the entire album, the guitar work is just very good. Kirk Hammett, of course, a great guitarist. You got amazing solos. If I'm talking too fast, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just like I said. I mean, there are some moments on the record, like I think they come a little bit like in the middle, kind of in the later, like in the after in the second half, I think, the songs kind of start to blend together. You know, you kind of get a sense of some of the more filler tracks on the record, and they just, like I said, kind of start to blend together a little bit. But that's one of the nitpicks of this album. I have to be honest on that, but I don't really have that many other complaints. I mean, apart from that, it is a solid album. It's not to say that the album is only filled with these tough guy songs and stuff like that. I mean, no, you also got a song like Mama Said, which is an amazing ballad. I mean, it actually really is very emotional, and I mean, hell, I actually get sad every time I listen to it. It's just something about it, man. It's beautiful. I really love the song. You also got Hero of the Day, another great track. I mean, they're very deep. They're some of the more deeper songs on the album. Surely it's no masterpiece. They're not songs that will go down in history, but they're very good, heartfelt tracks. My favorite song on here definitely has to be one of the singles, which was King Nothing. It's kind of similar to Enter Sandman in terms of its structure, but it definitely has a different feel to it. I mean, like I said, the entire album has this different feel to it, so I don't know, there's just something about it. I just loved it. I mean, it's just such a cool song. I mean, where's your crown, King Nothing? It is one of those songs which is just filled with these badass tough guy lyrics, you know. But I don't know, it's just, I think I really love the rhythm, and it's very catchy. And I mean, I'm a simple guy, okay? I'm not an elitist, you know. So for me, if a song is catchy and it makes you headbang, then it's A-okay. So I really did enjoy King Nothing. Another single, I'm pretty sure it was the lead single, but I might be wrong about this one. Until It Sleeps. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, especially as a single, but it is a good track. It's a little bit slower than the rest of the record, and again, it's one of the few songs which is not really about the tough guy stuff. So I guess it's more along the lines of songs like Hero of the Day, like not of course in what it's about, but in the feel of the music. It's kind of just one of your typical alternative songs, basically about self-pity and stuff like that. I mean, it's nothing special. Like, it's definitely not one of my favorite songs, but I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I do like the choruses on it. I mean, I think they sound well. I really like the way that the verses build up to them. And overall, it's just a good song, though. Like I said, not really anything spectacular. The album ends with the Outlaw Torn, which in my opinion is one of the unsung heroes of the record. It's got a very cool groove to it, really like the instrumentals. It's actually a very long track. I'm pretty sure it might be actually the longest on the record. I mean, the entire record is super long. It's 79 minutes. And because of that, they actually had to cut out like the last bit of the track, unfortunately. So the only way to hear it, the full song, was actually, I think, on a CD, like a single CD, I think. On the album, unfortunately, you have the shortened version, but it's still a very good song. And there's a lot of these tracks which I think don't really get too much light. Maybe because the album, like I said, it really does not have a great image in the metal scene, and because of that, people don't really give it a chance. I mean, there are some real gems on here, I have to say. Of course, there are also some filler tracks, like I said, like there is some tracks do kind of start to blend together, and I think that might have to do with just how long the album is. I mean, God, like I said, 79 minutes. Like, I think they could have done with maybe getting rid of 1 or 2 tracks, maybe. Then the album would be a little bit more flowing, and who knows, maybe people would have liked it a little bit more. I don't know, but yeah, that's the album. That's Load. So all in all, just like saying Anger, in my opinion, people just don't really understand this album. I mean, it's supposed to be different. It's just different. The band tried something new, and there isn't anything wrong with that. I mean, an artist has the right to do whatever they want with their music. I mean, God, I mean, I guess some people say that they just tried to follow what was popular at the time. They tried to be mainstream, do what every other big band was doing, but I don't, even if that's the case, you can't say that they didn't do a good job at it. I mean, this really is a good album. I mean, hell, the only thing I could really say about it that's bad is this goddamn artwork. I mean, God, I mean, look at this, semen and blood. I mean, what the hell? Why do you make that your album cover? Come on, guys. I mean, God, ugh, disgusting. I mean, I used to think that this was just like fire or stuff, and then when I actually found out what it was, I was like, oh. Yeah, it was quite a revelation. But yeah, this review is gonna be a little bit short because I kind of want to keep these a little bit shorter than some other ones I've had, because I mean, a review shouldn't really go on for too long. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just telling you guys what my opinion is on the record, and yeah, what I'm saying now is it's a good album. No need to hate it. God damn. Yeah, it's not fresh, you know. It's just a nice record. It's just a nice album, nice rocking record with some badass songs on it. It really does not deserve the hate it gets. So yeah, I think the Reload, of course, the album after this, I'm gonna get to that later, of course. Load and Reload were originally meant to be a double album, but that didn't really happen. Now, I do prefer this album over Reload, but Reload does have some good things about it as well. But that'll be for another video. Right now, that's this review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of the album. Do you guys have the same opinion as me? Do you guys actually like this album, or do you guys hate it? And if you do, then tell me why. I mean, I'm open for opinions. You know, even if I don't agree with them, then I always like to know. Actually, no. Then I still would like to know why it is that you guys don't like the album. I mean, God. I mean, I like to know what people think. So just because your opinion is different than mine does not mean that I don't have to hear it out. I mean, God, you might have a good point about it. I don't know. I mean, I'm just a 15-year-old teenager. God damn it, give me a break, okay? I'm not a professional music critic. If an album is just nice, catchy, and groovy, and it makes me headbang, it's awesome, then boom, sold. But yeah, that's for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent in the upcoming days. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. Like I said, school is coming back, and I don't wanna. It's terrible, but yeah. All in all, Metallica Load. I'm gonna have to give it a nice, I don't know. I'm edging towards an 8, but then maybe to just not be too, just to be a little bit more reasonable, maybe a 7.5. I don't know. You know what? You know what, screw it, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, I don't care what people say. 8 out of 10 is a good record, and there's no need to put all this hate on it, goddamn, people calm down, it's just something different. But yeah, my name is F.A.D, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.